Climate change threatens to displace the people of Kiribati, the people of the low-lying atoll nation of Kiribati in the Central Pacific, and much attention has been given to their future plight. However, any potential relocation will not be the first time that they have found themselves en masse in a strange land. Volunteer interland migration has been common in the Pacific for centuries and is usually undertaken by individuals and families in response to population pressures, environmental change, or the desire to seek better economic opportunities elsewhere. Often in a nation's capital, the intra-migration of these people, however, was the first large-scale movement of the Pacific people with the assistance of the governing authority. The Solomon Islands was chosen on the basis that it was more sparsely populated than Kiribati, and the first wave of Kiribati arrived in the Western Province in 1953. They were assigned land to Wahigan Island in Choiseul Province. Today, communities of Kiribati are living across the Western Province, especially in Gizo Island and in the villages of Canaan, Rawaki and Nusa Baruku. And now, more than half a century after the first Kiribati arrived in Solomon Islands, their descendants have adapted to some of the ways of the Melanesians. They have also retained many of their own traditions and customs, and most notably distinguished themselves from their neighbors by fishing every day, a truly Micronesian practice. However, due to the developing nature and socio-political structures of the Solomon Islands, access to elementary education and the basics of literacy and numeracy has never been available to these children. Young adults have to travel inter-islands to access some vocational educational skills, and this is difficult and in practical terms of having accommodation, either boarding or residing with family in large communities, placing of young people at risk due to complex reasons for a lack of access to education. Paths or challenges. Gizo is the capital of the Western Province in Solomon Islands and is the second largest town in the country. It is situated on Gizo Island, approximately 380 kilometers west-northwest of the capital of Onira. Three Salesian sisters of the South Pacific region arrived in Gizo on 11th January 2018 and were warmly welcomed by the Bishop Luciano Capelli, SDB, and parishioners. The Salesian Sisters Administrator, St. Peter's Urban Training Center, a diocesan technical school which is located in the compound of St. Peter's Cathedral in Gizo town and can accommodate about 80 students. 4 trades are taught: motor mechanics, electrical, building and carpentry, as well as life skills and hospitality. Bishop Luciano Capelli, SDB, wanted this school for young people from Western Province and Choiseul Province. The school accepts primary and secondary school leavers who are willing to learn a skill for their future. For many of these young people, this school is the last chance to have an education and build a new life. In 2020, a primary school was established by the diocesan and local community. The FMAs work collaboratively with this project, providing the essential ministry of a newly trained Solomon Island FMA primary school teacher. This newly built primary school caters for the children of the Kiribati community. These children had no access to formal education because the existing government school was too far away. This new school caters for more than 200 children who experience the Salesian family spirit of Saint John Bosco. Each day, the staffs make a short boat trip to the nearby settlement where the school is located and walk quite far up the hill to reach the school. The children are learning the daily routine of school and slowly adjust to the new environment of a classroom. They are richly absorbing the opportunity to learn. Motivation. A local response to the cry of the earth and home of the poor. Purpose. Every heart of Don Bosco, creating a Salesian educational community for young people, development, integration, and self-esteem. Target. Children from the settlement, kindergarten, age until end of primary level. The children of the settlement were not accepted at the Gizo community school because it exceeded in enrollment number. Bishop Capelli, a Salesian, couldn't accept it and asked here and there for a land to build a primary school for them. Nobody was willing to give them any land. The provincial government gave the Point Hilly land and Mission German funded the building. 2020 inauguration, but it was already ongoing since the previous year. People of the settlement are almost totally illiterate, so it was for their children. Now they can have a chance to develop their lives and skills and access further studies. Educational and training objectives. The school started with the first 4 years of the primary level. In 2021, the first group attended the year 6, last of the primary. Over 19 students, 19 passed and were admitted to the secondary studies in various schools of the Western Province. The school is recognized by the government and follows programs and objectives of the Ministry of Education syllabus. The teachers are all trained and qualified by the University of Solomon Islands, chosen by the Education Authority of the Diocese of Gizo. As Catholic school, Christian values and principles are taught and followed by the teachers and students in respecting the variety of the denomination belonging. Description of the experience. In the school, we have academic learning, non-academic learning activities such as sports, singing, art and crafts, planting vegetation and trees as part of Laudato Si, caring for all the environment, taking part in the World Literacy Day with other schools around Gizo, taking part in any program organized by the Provincial Educational Authority of Gizo. Fundraising for school needs. The school has a cultural group dance. What transformative impact on education has this experience left or is leaving in the territory or country? The impact on education that has on this community is that they slowly begin to see the importance of educating their children for a better future and better community. And the children had started to build self-confidence. They were able to read and express themselves in the right manner. Which unforeseen needs or challenges have been given an innovative or preventive response? What obstacles have it encountered and what resources has it developed? The challenges is getting the parents more involved in educating their children, to make the family understand that all children has the right to study and that the children needs the support of the family in order to have good education results, and the responsive plan that the school had in community awareness about importance of education and importance of parents' role in supporting their children in their education. Which aspects of the preventive system have you developed and updated most evidently? Loving kindness developed more due to the situation that these children really need in order for them to have trust and be able to feel free to learn and follow what has been asked of them in the school.